Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex. I think I've got a few new subscribers now and people that have just seen all my other content. You're probably aware now that I'm going through the Bible, reading it for the first time here. I'm actually pretty surprised at the influx of just interactions, negative, positive, a lot of people just giving their two thoughts, and that's why I wanted to do this. This is for me, and it's funny, people are like coming at me harshly with just like believing in nonsense, the story's fake. And I shouldn't say I have come from a point where it's probably more like that in my life, but for the fact of just reading this and not being biased, I'm trying to take the words just for what they are. I'm very big on just going to the sources, and that is a big part of why I'm even doing this, the sources. And a lot of the comments that people are giving that most Christians just wouldn't believe or agree with, they're things that make sense to me, So I'll just go through some of these comments quick. Like this guy is super ignorant. It says, wow, so much research, what a knowledgeable guy. Definitely not full of shit, talking about how God is responsible for human-caused climate change. A+ science, especially with the building of the ark thing that threw in that at the end. It's like, I get it, what he's saying, but like, I'm just trying to read this story. I'm not trying to look at the science and evidence, because this is all translation. Everything's translation. Like, I don't even necessarily, how do we know, like for example, the word the? We put that together, the word the, T-H-E. You into a different planet, let's say they're at a different period in time, they'd have no idea what the hell the word the means, and it makes no sense, So like, I just think taking everything just, not so serious, because no one really knows the answer to anything. I think that's why believing in Jesus Christ, you have to have faith. You have to have faith in it. And that's something that I just could not say. I have, and maybe as I get through this entire Bible, someone in the comments or someone can convert me. Please, if you can convert me just to full-blown Christian, I am begging you to do so, because I just need questions answered and everything sorted out before you can really say what you truly believe in, So I love these comments, honestly. People just saying, stick to it, brother, positive stuff like that. It's all through here. Really about something, it won't come true. Nothing fails more than prayer. And that's, Noah's Ark has not been found. Clickbait. Just commenting for the algorithm. I really appreciate that. For people who are new here, if you could subscribe, give a like, every little thing like this helps. So I love the comments for this reason also. Here's the last comment I'll read, then we'll get into the actual read for today. There is much geographical and ancient historical evidence that a great flood did take place globally. Numerous ancient cultures mention floods in their mythologies. Gopher wood is what's listed as the material used in the construction of the ark. It isn't known what exact type of wood being referred to as the only preference to the term in all the Bible. It is believed that the ark came to rest somewhere in the mountains of Turkey, but nobody knows for certain. Many have theorized that the pre-flood population could have been as high as 4 billion people, especially given that the Bible says about how much longer the human lifespan was pre-flood compared to post-flood. So that's a really long comment. I didn't see the rest of it, but yeah, I appreciate it. So you guys keep giving me comments. I'll try to dive into them as much as possible. I'm gonna go to the King James Bible now, and we will carry off from where we were. I believe it was the rainbow. Yes, so the rainbow, Genesis 9, verse 8. And God spake unto Noah and his sons with him, saying, and I, behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, and the fowl of the cattle, and every beast of the earth with you. Excuse me. From all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth, and I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood, neither shall there any more be flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you. For perpetual generations I do set my bow in the cloud, and shall be for token of the covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass, when I could bring cloud over the earth, and the bow shall be seen in the cloud, and I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh, and the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, This is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem and Ham and Japheth, and Ham is the father of Canaan. These are the three sons of Noah, and of them the whole earth overspread. And Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard, and drank of the wine, and was drunken, and he was uncovered with his tent, within his tent. And Ham, and the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brethren without. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine. Some in my throat. And his younger son had done unto him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall be unto his brethren. And he said, Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. God shall enlarge Japheth, and shall dwell in the tent Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years, and all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. Noah's descendants, chapter 10. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Trias. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah. Probably butchered all those. And the sons of Javan, Elishah, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. See, these names are ones that make more sense to me. You know, you see names like Paul, John, these things, like, it seems like it'd be more names like that. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided their lands, every one after his tongue, after their families and their nations. And the sons of Ham, Kesh, and Mizraim, and Put, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, and Sabath, and Ramah, and Sabteka. And the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan, and Cush. Bega, Nimrod, he began to be mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, whereof it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. In the beginning of the kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. God, that's confusing. Out of the land went forth Asher, and builded Nineveh. Like, there's no way to remember all this. And city, Rapota, and Kala, and Rezin between Niva and Kala, and the same is a great city. The Mizraim, Bega, Ludium, and Anan, and Lahabim, and Naputihim, and Pathrusium, and Kaluhium, out of whom came Philistine, and Captorim. These names are killing me, guys. And Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn. This is just all like the order of these families. The Jebusite and Amorite and Girgasite and the Hivite and the Arkite and the Sinite and the Arvadite and the Samarite and the Hamathite. And afterward were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad. And the broader of the Canaanites was from Sidon, as thou comest, and Gerar unto Gaza, as thou goest unto Sodom and Gomorrah, and Adam and Zebulun, even unto Lasha. So cities. These are the sons of Ham after their families, after their tongues and their countries and their nations. Unto Shem also the father of all children of Eber, and the brother of Japheth, to the elder, even to him were children born. The children were Shem, Elam, Ashur, and Aprax, and Lud, and Aram. And the children of Aram, Uz, and Hul, and Gether, and Mash. And Aprax begat Salah, and the Salah begat Eber. And unto Eber were born 2 sons. The name of one was Peleg, for his days was the earth divided. And his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan begat Almad and Shelef. What's begot mean? B-E-G-A-T. If someone could comment that. And Hazaramaveth, and Jerah, and Hadaram, and Uzal, and Dikla, and Obal, and Abimal, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Joktan was busy. And their dwelling was from Mesa, as thou goest unto Sephar, a mount of the east. These are the sons of Shem after their families, after their tongues and their lands, after their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah after their generations and their nations. By these were the nations divided the earth after the flood. Wow. And the whole earth was of one language, of one speech, and it came to pass as they journeyed from the east, and they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us name, lest to be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city, the tower, in which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and they confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of the earth. Wow. So that is interesting because, I always wondered how did everyone get different languages, things like that. And actually is said kind of right here. And I have heard that Tower of Babel many times in the past. I couldn't tell you what it was, but now I know. Let's see what we got. 11. We'll get through ancestors of Abraham here. These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begat Arphax 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after he begat Arphax 500 years. What's Arphax also, if someone could tell me? And begat sons and daughters. Begat maybe had, conceived, something like that. Wife conceived. And Arphax lived 35 years and begat Salah. And Arphax lived after he begat Salah 400 and 300 and begat sons and daughters. And Salah lived 30 years and begat Eber. And Salah lived after begat Eber 400 and 300 years and begat sons and daughters. And Eber lived 430 years and begat Peleg. And Eber lived after he begat Peleg 430 years and begat sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years and begat Reu. And Peleg lived after he begat Reu 209 years and begat sons and daughters. And Reu lived 230 years and begat Serug. It never ends. And Reu lived after he begat Serug 207 years. The years, it's so many years. This is where people will fall off, I guarantee you. And Serug lived after Nahor 200 years and begat sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 920 years and begat Terah. And Nohar lived after he begat Terah 119 years and begat sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years and begat Abraham, Nohar, and Haran. Now these are the generations of Terah. Terah begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran begat Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his nativity in Ur of the Chaldees. And Abram and Nahor took them wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and name of Noah's wife was Milcah. And the daughters of Haran, and the father of Milcah, and the father of Iscah. But Sarah was barren, she had no child. And Terah took Abram his son, and a lot of sons of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai, his daughters-in-law, his son's Abram's wife, and they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan, and they came home unto Haran and dwelt there. And the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. All right, that is about what I got in for me today. That was too much. I wish it was more of a story, not a lineage thing. But we got through it. Next will be Genesis 12, and God calls Abraham. So next time you see me on here, I probably will be doing that, unless I get sidetracked and make another video. But when I am looking this stuff up, I go look at other stuff too. I'm diving super deep into the Herculaneum scrolls. It's very interesting stuff. I think the time period in history, if you look at BC and AD, those 100 years before Christ and after Christ, I'm very interested in. And those Herculaneum scrolls are from they've tied him to the philosopher Philodemus, and he is in that period of that range. So I'm so excited for them to continue to get through that. And don't be surprised if you see a video